Cozumel, Mexico, my home away from home. We are headed to the Iberostar. We got a day pass, something a little different today, so we're gonna check it out. Come with us. I think this is the first time for me to walk down this pier. We are docked at the Punta Langosta pier. This is the first time, actually, either one of us have actually walked down this entire pier. We gotta go catch a taxi. Punta Langosta. I wouldn't say the N. Langosta. Punta Langosta. We are in the taxi. We've almost made it to Iberostar. It is a few kilometers past where Paradise Beach and Mr. Sancho's and Miami are, but we're almost there. We can't wait.
Okay, welcome to Iberostar, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we're all checked in here at the Iberostar in this beautiful lobby. They said they've got a buffet restaurant and a bar over here. I think those open just a little bit. It's a little bit of a walk down to the beach. Really beautiful area. Melissa's already found some flamingos and there's some turtles. It's really cool.
First impressions of Iberostar, it's beautiful. Lots of green. There's flamingos. I saw a sign about turtles. I already saw an iguana walking around. I am loving this. See if you can see the, can you see the flamingos? That's so cool.
So unlike the beach clubs that we've done before, Iberostar is actually a real all-inclusive. They have several resorts on site and you could stay here for extended periods of time. I really like that there's already bars open, there's several other buffets and restaurants open, so we're gonna check those out.
Hi, beautiful. So pretty.
We loved the buildings and the bright, happy colors. It was just so fun.
Check out the rooms here. They're nothing fancy, but they're colorful and they kind of just fit Cozumel. I would come here and stay in one of these. These are so neat. This is so pretty. Oh, there's some hammocks. I'm gonna get over there later. Looks like they're doing some like water basketball, all kinds of stuff. The ocean is calling. Pool calls Brian, ocean calls me. We've made it to the beach. There is a little sargassum, which is the seaweed here today. I see it on the beaches. It comes and goes at will. They do all they can for it and there's nothing to do about it. Kind of gross. But the beach is still beautiful. The water, the color once you get past that is so blue and all the boats. It's still a beautiful day. I always say if you're coming to Mexico, wear your water shoes. And this is why. As you walk into the water, it's always going to be somewhat rocky. So don't come to Mexico without your water shoes.
Ooh, it's a beautiful warm day. Perfect weather for this. We're gonna hang out here at the beach for just a little bit, get Melissa sorted out for seeing some sea life. Now I'm gonna go check out that pool and pool bar here in a moment. They also rent scuba and snorkeling equipment.
I went out and stopped here to ask about snorkeling. If there's a pier, and she said to avoid the rocks if you want to just walk down the pier, and then there's stairs on either side that you can get into the water and kind of avoid the rocky area.
So here's the snack shack. They've got hot dogs, they've got hamburgers, got some fries, looks like they're refreshing. You've got all your toppings over here. Oh yeah, he's making some fresh french fries right now. Alright, on this side we've got some fresh fruit and some salads. Ooh, look at that guacamole, fresh salsa. That'll be good with some chips. I'm not sure what this blue drink is, but we're gonna try one and see.
The seafood paella.
Yeah, they were making it fresh right here on the beach. Can't cut that. with the fork. Let's try another bite. Oh, that's pretty good. So the paella is probably a good alternative to the hamburgers and hot dogs. And I love that they're cooking it right here. But honestly, it's a little bland and kind of overcooked. All right, Melissa is headed to the beach. She wants to do a little snorkeling. I'm gonna hang out in the pool for a little bit, then we'll regroup later. See you then.
Iberostar, get in the water. Here we go. Enjoying Iberostar. It's a resort, not just a beach day, not a beach club. So there's a little more to it. We're just gonna go down these stairs and I'm getting in the water. Left Brian at the pool as usual. Oh, I can already see fish. You can see them? Oh, the water's chilly. Woo. Woo. Woo, it's cold. That last step's a doozy. It is cold. It's taking me a minute to get in. Ah. Oh, I think I'm on the bottom. Rocks. All right, let's go see what's under the water. The hobby cats. I'm home in Mexico. I'm home in the water. The fish are all around me. Gotta convince Brian we just need to buy a place down here. I think I could probably live here. I wouldn't mind staying in a resort here in Cozumel because it seems more relaxed and more peaceful and just a cool vibe here in Cozumel. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm having so much fun. And I'm loving Iberostar. It's a different vibe than the beach clubs. And I'm liking that. Right, let me go see if I can show you what I just saw. Hold on. Did you see that? That was another eel. You remember last time we were On Freedom of the Seas, I saw an eel. I got a picture and then we moved on. Now that I've seen the eel, I've got water shoes on and my shoestrings have come untied, so they're like rubbing my ankles and I'm like jerking my feet, looking back, thinking the eel's following me. It's just my shoestrings, but it's a little nerving. I have spotted a Brian in his natural habitat. At the bar, in the pool. Yep.
That's one of my favorite settings. Give me a bar and a pool, I'm there.
Yeah. Hey, we found the pool bar now, or I found Brian. We're enjoying a couple drinks. They had a Capierna and a Capierska, which was vodka, brown sugar and lime. It's pretty good too. What are you drinking?
It's just a margarita on the rocks. It's a good pool drink.
Yeah, the pool is beautiful. I really like the vibe at Iberostar.
Lunch here at Iberostar has been good. I really enjoyed it, and the service has been very attentive, so I really like it. I think this is a great alternative to a lot of the beach clubs. We'll talk more about that later.
Look at this beautiful dessert. Got a blueberry, some whipped cream, chocolate. Looks like lemon, looks like key lime, or Brian says maybe cheesecake. So I'm gonna try it and see what it is. Cheesecake. Ding ding ding, we have a winner.
What? Ryan was right.
Never happens. Just ate some food. Now we're just gonna wander the grounds a little bit. What you thinking, hun?
It's really pretty down here. It's a very relaxed atmosphere.
Okay, we have spent about 4 or 5 hours now here at Iberostar Cozumel, and we have really had a good time. So it's a resort rather than a beach club, so it's got a different vibe. It's more laid back than a beach club because people are here for a week or whatever, and then there's people that come in for the day pass like we do. There's some differences, like at the beach club you have a person that's always bringing you drinks and bringing you food and expects a tip at the end for all of that, and that's great, but you don't have that here because once you check in you're on your own. You go eat when you want to eat, you go to the bars when you want to go to the bar. It's not a bad thing, it's just a different thing, and we kind of liked it. We felt a little less pressure, like somebody was checking up on us all the time. What do you need? What do you need? It made it feel maybe a little more laid back and relaxed. I love this place. I'm actually wanting to go price it for a week to see what it'd be like just to come and stay right here. I love my cruising, but it's got a beautiful beach. Some of the best snorkeling I've done off of a cruise ship, just doing of anywhere in Cozumel. That's my impression. I like it. The food was buffet. It was all really good. The steak it was like thin strips of just grilled steak, and I think it was my favorite part. It was seasoned well and really good. So those were hit and miss. There were the little cheesecake bites. Those were delicious. Some of the other things tasted like they were, mass produced. And then they had also closer to the beach, they had a little grill stand where they had hamburgers and hot dogs. The pool is beautiful and it wasn't crowded. Even being a resort, it was not crowded. So I've really enjoyed my day here at Iberostar.
I really think this is a great option here for Cozumel. We've done a couple of different beach clubs, and those were always a lot of fun. And like Melissa said, there's a lot of attention that they give you. Whereas here, this is it's an all-inclusive resort, so it's actually a resort. There's people that are staying here for extended periods of time. But it was very nice. We had a lot of food options available to us. I love a swim-up bar. That ranks up real high for me. I think this is a great option for about the same money as what you would pay for Mr. Sancho's and Paradise Beach and those guys. They're only a couple kilometers down the road, so it's just a little further. So it's the same beach, the same experience right out here. The snorkeling was really good, like Melissa said. I really like this. We felt it was very relaxed, especially when compared to some of the other places that are very much a party atmosphere. Right? There's no pressure to get up and do a lot of things. You find folks that may be sitting there playing dominoes for 4 or 5 hours or so. So I really, really dig it. I think this may be something we come back to. So right out here while we're eating lunch, we saw the peacock with the beautiful feathers. We also saw is it a coati? We're walking around with the tail. Yeah, I sure did. Nobody was paying any attention. I saw them sneak by. It was funny.
I hate it we can't stay until after it gets dark because I bet they light up the fire pits and by the beach. What a cool ambiance is that. Little fire, little beach, little ocean. That's my kind of living.
Hey, flamingos. All right, so there's about an hour 15 for all back aboard of the ship, and it's about a 25-minute ride. So we're gonna head back to the ship now. Probably spend a few minutes shopping around the ports, if there's time, and then hop aboard.
That is so cool. Yeah, we're good, thank you.
If it wasn't obvious before, we love Cozumel. What a great spot. Really loved it. There's so many different things to do. Today was a great experience. Probably do try it again sometime.
As Brian and I are waiting to get on the ship, we were discussing our future cruise plans for the rest of the year. So far we have booked. None of them bring us back to Cozumel. We're going in different directions. That's actually really making me sad. It's so wonderful here. This is my place. These are my people. Everybody's so friendly. I can come to Cozumel every time I get on a ship. I'm cool with that. So it's kind of sad. We'll see how it ends up.
Cleaned up, back in the room. I think we're just gonna hang out on the balcony for a little while. We've got a show we're gonna go see at about 6, and then we have dinner a little bit later. So for now, catch me on the balcony. We just got back to the room from Aladdin. What an incredible show. It must have had a cast of 20. All of the songs from the movie, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. In fact, the whole Walt Disney Theater filled up. There were people looking for seats, so if you're going, get there early. We got there 25 minutes or so early. I'm glad we did, because it definitely filled up.
Because I always take longer to get ready. You know how it goes. Ba-da-ba,
It was so good. The music was excellent. The cast was super entertaining. They don't let you record them. So now we're back in the room. We're getting ready to head to dinner, and we'll go from there.
So we are eating for the first night in the Enchanted Garden, and I feel like an Enchanted Garden. It's very green. It's like trellises of ivy growing up over everything. It's really cool. It's almost like a secret garden. It's really beautiful.
There was a little confusion with the table numbers. We were originally 81, they've moved us to 80, but I was really surprised at just how smoothly they sorted it out. The app is already updated to indicate we're at table 80 for the next meals. We'll continue with the same waiter and assistant waiter, who've been really good. Tonight's menu in Enchanted Garden, the appetizers, I don't know, I'm really leaning toward the ravioli, the lobster ravioli. That sounds pretty good to me. I don't know, some of those soups sound pretty good. Might end up with just a wedge. The main courses, I don't know, the sea scallops are calling my name. We had some sea bass last night that was very good. Their roast chicken. Of course, it's hard to go wrong with the prime rib. What would you get? So I have the lobster ravioli. It's got some garlic and basil in the ravioli. It surprised me a little bit because it's a very thin sauce that it's in. The ravioli itself is good. It's got a lot of lobster in it. It has a lot of flavor. But that thin sauce is a little weird.
Applewood smoked bacon, wild mushroom tart. I taste a lot of the mushroom, but I taste the bacon is very strong. The applewood bacon, I definitely taste bacon and some kind of cheese and mushroom in it. It's good. The tart is really crispy, and then it's on kind of a bed of leeks, which I'm not crazy about leeks, so we're not going to talk about the leeks. Kind of like Bruno. I also got a romaine wedge. The dressing is kind of like a comeback dressing, which is what it is. It was suggested that I try the sea bass, so I'm trying the sea bass, and it's good. It's a mild dish. It's very flaky and cooked just right. It's got a lot of fennel on top, and then it was finished with a sauce that is a dill Riesling wine sauce. And the combination of all those flavors is a lot, but it works. I'm not crazy about the fennel, but everything else is really good.
So I too couldn't decide on my entree. I thought I wanted the prime rib because it was really recommended. but I couldn't decide between it and the scallops. So I ended up with the prime rib with the side of scallops, and it's delicious. The prime rib is cooked pretty rare, and the scallops are cooked, they're seared, they've got a lot of good flavor. I like it a lot. So far, honestly, one of the favorite things on my plate is this twice baked potato though. The ceiling has transitioned to night mode. The flower petals have opened. It can only mean it's time for dessert. We've got some desserts coming now. Again, I couldn't decide on just one, so.
The adult in me ordered a cappuccino for dessert, but the real me, yes again, a Mickey bar.
We finished dinner in Enchanted Garden. Now we're headed back to the Tube. And we'll probably hang out for a little bit while the a cappella group will perform in about an hour or so. They were so good. We saw them the first night. Looking forward to seeing them again. All right, we're back in the room. We had a great dinner. After dinner, we went to the Tube, which is an adults-only venue where we saw Moonshot again. We had seen them a couple nights ago. They were the a cappella group. Did a great job. It was a lot of fun. This was an adults-only audience, of course, and they did some really fun music. It was a good time. Now we're of course back in the room, and then tomorrow we're going to be in Grand Cayman. Grand Cayman, we have an excursion where we're swimming with stingrays. I think should be a lot of fun.
Starfish. Snorkeling. On the beach.
We're swimming with starfish.
You forgot to tell them about that game show before Moonfish.
Yeah, the game show. There's a game show before Moonshot in the Tube. It was stupid. It was dumb. Yeah, you didn't miss anything. But tomorrow, don't miss that. See you then.
Good night.